Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special West TV production of Colts Corner, starring Doug Latuca, Ben Dixon, Brian Flattow, Mike Garaffa, and Matthew Gold.
Hello and welcome to a special edition of the Colts Corner podcast. I'm Douglas Latuca alongside Benjamin Dixon, Brian Flattow, and Matty Gold. We are happy to be here on a special art day. We're bringing you number one in Hills West sports, and we're ready. We're just going to start off with a huge blockbuster trade last night in the NBA. Tobias Harris, a Hills West alumni, getting traded to LA for Blake Griffin. Big trade.
Yeah, definitely a huge blockbuster, significant upgrade of life from Detroit to Los Angeles. You got Tobias Harris, Avery Bradley, Boban from Detroit, don't know how to pronounce his last name. First and second round picks from Detroit heading out to LA for Blake Griffin and throwing pieces in Bryce Johnson and Willie Reed.
Yeah, but very happy for Tobias here. He gets to live in LA now. As you said, huge improvement over Detroit. But the pure analytics of the trade, I really thought that the Clippers got the better of that trade. I know Blake Griffin's a great player, but Tobias is having a great NBA season, had a great NBA career, and looking forward to some success in LA.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Tobias having a career year, averaging 18 points per game, over 18 points per game. So great year for him. I definitely think the Clippers won the trade. I do feel bad for Blake Griffin over the summer, or last year he signed that 5-year big deal. It was going to make him a Clipper for life, and now he's going to Detroit. But he will have a chance to make a run in the Eastern Conference. Him and Andre Drummond, obviously two of the best bigs in the game today.
Yeah, Clippers now in the running maybe for a little LeBron coming in the summer. They cleared a lot of cap space. They've got a chance for that. I think Tobias improves his life going to L.A. Beautiful place there and across the country. Would have liked to see him in some orange and blue, maybe come back to New York for a little stint, but too good to be true, so that won't happen. But I'm happy for him. Good trade. I think the Clippers win, but good overall.
Yeah, Jerry West, sorry. LeBron's not coming to the Clippers. He's not coming to play with Austin Rivers and Lou Williams. If he's even still there, they're shopping Lou Williams. They're shopping DeAndre Jordan right now, so
wait,
we'll see what happens.
What do you think? You think LeBron... Houston, is that a destination possibly?
Houston's possible. San Antonio's possible.
Yeah.
I think San Antonio is the best fit for him in my opinion, but we'll see what happens over the summer.
So Tobias to LA, and we'll move into a little Hills West. So winter sports closing out, and wrestling, they had a pretty successful season. Matty Gold was at their last match, senior night against East. How did that go?
Well, it was a big rival game, meet against East. Huge meet. Everyone was hyped. It was senior night. So, that's the most important thing. All the seniors, they work so hard. They've been on the team for 4+ years. And it was really great to see that they had a huge introduction, introducing all the seniors with their families. And, it's just great to see the bond that the coach has with their players. And it really got expressed when they get introduced. They walk down the mat with their parents. They all took group photos. And just to see the camaraderie on the team was great. Then the actual meet itself, you get into that. You have Dylan Ryder, who's just an incredible career here at West. Something like 110-4. He's had an incredible run here. And to see him wrestle was really great to see. He won. Also, they have the spotlight on the mat. So it really brings up the intensity. You had half the bleachers on East, half on West. And it was really nice to see all the passionate fans there. Anthony Duche, another prominent wrestler, he got it done as well. Overall, we ended up losing 40-37. So it was a tough loss for them because they really wanted it. You could see that they were really trying to get it done for West. Fell up a little short, but it doesn't take away from the great season that they've had.
So a 3-point loss against East for the Hills West wrestling team as they close out their pretty impressive season. Dylan Ryder, a senior, he will graduate, of course, so they have to filter in a few new wrestlers who will have to come up the chain, but that will be very exciting to talk about. I think we're going to bring Pooj out. Pooj, we're ready for you. So we're going to talk to one of the captains of the fencing team as their season closes out. And Poojan, come on in here. How are you, brother?
I'm good. Both the boys and girls fencing team, we had a great season. We just missed out on league champs. Comac was the league champ for both boys and girls by 1 win. If both boys and girls, if we beat Comac in our last meet against them, we would have been league champs. But the county tournament is this Saturday, and we have a great chance to win. So feeling good about it.
So you were a first-year captain this year. Of course, you're You're not a captain.
No, I'm not a captain.
I had you as a captain. I jumped the gun. So how did the leaders do, of course, this year? Jassy, correct, the captain? So how did they do in a leadership role with some seniors leaving? How did they do this year, corralling the group?
Yeah, no, the leaders were great. We lost a lot of great seniors. The seniors were definitely crucial to our team this year, as they are every year. But again, we're going to lose seniors. So you lose seniors every year. But this team is good. We're consistent. So we're developing the young fencers as well. So it's looking good.
How excited are you for next season?
Next season will be amazing. We have lots of young fencers. Looks like we're all going to train this off season. We all want to get really good. So I think next year will be our year. Every year is our year, but next year we're feeling good about it.
I love it. So Pooj feeling optimistic. One more question for you. Will you have another meet against Comac? And how do you think the rivalry is built up because you train with Comac every year?
Yeah, no, there's definitely a huge rivalry. I mean, it's not a rivalry where we truly hate them. They're all our friends. It's a friendly rivalry, but no, it's definitely intense. Our last meet was actually yesterday, so we won't have another meet against Comac this year, but they're in our league, so we fence them twice a year, so it's a good friendly rivalry, yeah.
So you love to see a friendly rivalry against Comac any day of the week. So we'll move on. Thank you, Pooj. We really appreciate you here. That was a great job behind the scenes, of course. He's been with us through it all. We love all the support from all the people here at Art Day. I just wanted to say thanks to all of you guys for showing up. And we're going to move into one of the biggest sports here at Hills West. We talk about it every week on the Colts Corner podcast on Thursdays. We'll talk about basketball. We'll go into boys first. Ben, what do you got?
So last game, Thursday, January 25th, 63-57 win over West Babylon. The boys improved to 13-4 overall, 6-3 in conference. That's third place behind Deer Park and Bellport. Derek Brower Jr. with 21 points and Jeff Terry adding 15 points and 8 rebounds. So it's a good conference win for Hills West. We got out there. We saw him play against Comsawag, our live broadcast a couple weeks ago. Definitely an exciting game, an exciting win, start to finish, domination. And, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season.
Yeah, our next live broadcast for boys basketball will be February 8th. I believe it's a Thursday. That's senior night for the boys. And we'll get to girls later, but that next broadcast will be February 6th, which is a Tuesday. So we'll be out there 2 times in a week. We want to get live coverage for you guys on both sports. I think we're getting Mataratone involved. He stepped away, but he'll be back to talk a little bit about boys. So we'll move into the girls, who have had a very impressive season led by Sam Hinkie, the senior, and she's doing magical things.
Yeah, unfortunately for the girls, though, they've lost 3 in a row right now. Their last one was a real tight game, though. They lost 51-47. But as they go on, they look ahead. They have games against Bellport, West Islip, and Comsawag. Definitely looking to finish the season strong here. And as you said, Sam Hinkie is absolutely leading this team. She's scoring unprecedented levels right now.
Yeah, we're anticipating that 1,000-point game, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
Looking forward to that. Any game now, we'll get it.
That is February 6th, is the 1,000-point game where she will be getting her award for being over 1,000 points. We'll be on the live broadcast for that. We have Mr. Mataratona, Coach Mataratona, the ex-basketball coach here at Hills West, here for a quick little interview. Nice of you to stop by. Appreciate it. Good, how are you?
Good to see you. Hi, guys. How are you?
Good.
Doing great.
So I did shout you out. I heard about, I shouted you out about the Helps ID, so I wanted to get that out to you on our podcast, so I did shout you out. Just, someone came up to me, confronted me, so I just wanted to get your name out there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's something we worked on here a long time ago, and we developed over the years, and now Coach Atkinson is doing it with the boys.
So speaking of Coach Atkinson, how do you think he's done in his first year as head coach?
Amazing. What can you ask for? They have a very good record. I haven't seen them play, but, I saw a little bit of the podcast. Mr. Raschuti sent us an email. I got on there real quick. I watched it. You guys do a great job with it, so keep it up. But yeah, they're doing great. They're in playoff contention. They're probably in the playoffs already. So it's been good.
Derek Brewer Jr. has emerged as a leader on the roster. Did you see him coming up from being last year and coming up this year? Did you see him emerging as a star on this team?
Yeah, he's a no-brainer basketball player. It's in his blood. His dad played at Syracuse in the 80s. His shot is just unbelievable. He really has great range. But I really think the best thing about what the team's doing right now is that they're passing the ball better. And that has to come from Derek. He's got to pass the ball and get everybody involved. You can't just score 30 points a game to win. You got to get the ball to everybody.
And Coach, now I've been away from the Hills West team this year, no longer coaching. Can you tell us a little bit about, are you missing the team? What's life after basketball like?
Well, I haven't really stopped coaching. I've been coaching my son Brendan in his 6th grade CYO team. We actually play 4 or 5 nights a week, so I don't miss the game at all. It's just working with 6th graders now as opposed to 12th graders. And they're actually doing quite well. Out of 150 CYO teams on Long Island, they're in the top 3 right now. So their team is pretty good, and Brendan's one of the top leading scorers on the team. So I'm really focusing a lot on him right now and my family, and it's been a positive experience so far.
All right, I do have a question for you, Coach. What do you think of the Tobias Harris trade last night?
I absolutely love it. I texted him late last night. He got back to me. I knew what he was gonna say. He said, "Southern California, here I come." You know, it's hard to play in Detroit in that cold Michigan weather, but he can't wait to get there. Doc Rivers is the other person he mentioned, who's the head coach there. Doc Rivers is a wonderful championship coach who's able to develop talent. Tobias is just, and he's in a similar situation. Detroit was fighting to get in the playoffs. Now the Clippers are fighting to get in the playoffs. I think it's a no-brainer for him. It's a win. Everybody on ESPN started thinking about the trade and saying, wow, the Clippers got a deal because they got a first-round draft pick. They got Tobias and Avery Bradley. So they got some pieces to work with, and they're relatively cheap as far as the salary cap goes. So.
Totally. So Tobias wins out, and you did a great job. Thank you very much. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome anytime on the broadcast, on the podcast. You're welcome.
I'd love to do something, after school one day with you guys to talk about maybe the playoffs, the NCAA tournament. That'd be great.
Oh, I love it. We should do a March Madness bracket in here. What do you guys think? March Madness bracket, Colts Corner podcast style. Yeah, we got supporters over here. So thank you, Mr. Matarantona. We really appreciate it. And he will, of course, we'll invite him back for more opportunities. So last weekend, we it's still going on, I believe, correct? X Games. It's over. I'm sorry. I'm a little out of the loop. X Games. I just wanted to hear your opinion because it doesn't really get thrown out there a lot. It's kind of just a kind of walked over. I just want to hear your opinions on it. You think it's kind of cool? What do you think?
Yeah, I'll start here. I think the X Games, I like the X Games, but I don't know why people are participating in it really this close to the Olympics. The Olympics are clearly the bigger game, and the risk of injury in the X Games, it's, they call it the X for extreme, so anything could happen out there. So that's really my thoughts on it right now.
No, I don't really watch the X Games, but I do know, I love just the idea of it. It's very cool, but I agree with Brian. Having it being so close to the Olympics, not very great of an idea, but if they can have a lot of fun and people enjoy it, it's a good time.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one, Mike. The X Games, obviously a great event for the people who participate in those outdoor extreme sports in the winter. They get their own platform. It's big, televised on ESPN every night, and I personally don't watch it. I think it's a great event, and I know Brian's a fan. We got a world-class skier on our hands.
Absolutely.
Yes, I've skied, I believe, twice in my life, and I'm pretty good. Not going to lie.
That's great.
I actually think it's pretty exceptional. They're doing these flips in midair. They're landing them beautifully up and down all over this ice. I mean, they're risking their lives. You could die on that stuff. It's crazy what's going on there. I mean, it's out of control. But it's a great sport, televised well by ESPN. I think more people should get involved. It's just a different animal. People are being scored on how well they perform different tricks rather than how well a team does, how many goals you put in the net or how many baskets you score. So it's just a different change-up compared to other team sports. So I just wanted to throw this in there because we talk about sports all the time, but the Grammys were last weekend, and we know we all love music here. It is the art show, so music and art goes hand in hand. So I just wanted to hear, just give me your favorite artist. I'd like to hear that.
Well, my favorite artist at the show had to be Kendrick Lamar. Opened up the show. Pretty good performance, in my opinion. So it's the first time I ever watched the Grammys. I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. Kendrick Lamar absolutely put on an outstanding show to start it. Very electric. Loved what I saw.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you there, too. But my favorite artist is Lil Uzi Vert. Enjoying that. I have to call a little bit of I disagree with the when Alessia Cara winning over him. I think that was a little unfair, but, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm a guy that usually watches sports over any of those shows. But I have to say I did tune in for the full show, and I was very impressed. Performances were outstanding. And I have to say, Bruno Mars, the guy, is one of the most talented people I've ever seen. You usually don't see albums where you know probably 3/4 of the songs. If an album, if you know half the songs, it's a pretty solid album. But I know 3/4 of that guy's songs that you've heard on the radio, and the guy is just outstanding. He can dance, sing, great voice, great album. I thought the whole show in general was just great performances, especially Lady Gaga, correct? She had the emotional performance.
Kesha had an emotional performance.
Oh, it was
too.
Kesha.
It was Kesha,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, yeah, Kesha had the very emotional performance. So that was nice to see the emotions pouring out of her into her performance. So I thought the Grammys, they did a great job with that. And overall, I will be tuning into another Grammys next year.
Yeah, I won't miss it.
Yeah, for sure.
So we move out. We're going to move into the biggest sporting event.
Of the year.
Well, I mean, you would argue March Madness. But we'll go into the biggest professional sporting event of the season, of the year, the Super Bowl, which will be next Sunday.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it personally. You got the Eagles, who are viewed as underdogs ever since Carson Wentz went down. The last time I checked, they were 4-point underdogs, so still with that underdog mentality. Super Bowl opening night last night. You saw the press conference, Nick Foles, Doug Peterson. They were all confident, looking forward to the Patriots, and it's going to be a big challenge for them.
Yeah, if you're asking for like a kind of a game prediction for me, I'm going to go with something similar to the Jacksonville-New England game. I'm pulling hard for Philadelphia, obviously. I hate New England with all my heart. But what I could see happening, I could see Philadelphia getting off to a hot start, and then just New England kind of taking over toward the end. Tom Brady, too good for them.
Well, I'm in a little bit of a jam because I don't know who to root for because I don't really love New England, but I also don't like Philadelphia because as a Mets fan, I just can't support any Philadelphia team. So I don't really know. But if I had to pick, I probably think that Philadelphia is going to take the win. I don't know. I'm going to be the underdog, but I'll probably root for Philadelphia, but I don't know.
It's a clear choice for me. The Buffalo Wings are going to win for me on Sunday. They're definitely going to take it home. That's going to be the best dish on the menu because I definitely will not be tuning into that. Maybe the commercial part, but that's about it. So the Buffalo Wings will win for me. Maybe a burger. Maybe. I don't even know. Maybe some dips, chips and salsa with Shooty chiming in. But I'm not going to be tuning into that.
He is lying to all of you. Doug will be watching the Super Bowl. I guarantee it.
But I think the Buffalo Wings are going to sweep the table. They're just going to win the whole championship for the best food on the menu.
You know, I'm going to have to say, what a fitting end to the NFL season, though. There was all the drama, all the protests, a bad product on the field, a lot of people were saying, and then you get out to the last game and they throw you Eagles-Patriots. Who are you going to root for? So it seems fitting with the NFL right now that we get Nick Foles in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing about Nick Foles is that he can win the Super Bowl. If he wins the Super Bowl, he's not going to have a starting job for the Philadelphia Eagles last year. You know Carson Wentz is the future of that franchise. Potential MVP candidate, did go down. I think he would have ran away with the award if he was healthy. But Nick Foles, he's in a little bit of a tough situation. I know he's focusing on this game, but looking ahead to the future, you don't know what's in store for him.
Yeah, Nick Foles was an all-pro a few years ago. He had an outstanding season, and people are just writing him off. And honestly, I'd love to see the Eagles take it. I'd love to see the Eagles beat the Patriots. They're a losing franchise. I'd like to see him get a win. Patriots have won enough. Come on already. The Patriots have won enough. And And I like to see the Eagles win for my boy Jonathan. I know I'm pushing for you, buddy. You've been talking all year about how great they are. Let's see it. They got a great defense. And honestly, I think if there's any year to beat the Patriots, it's got to be this year because they've got Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, which is probably the hardest thing to beat in all of sports. But I think the Eagles have a chance to maybe dethrone the Kings there in New England. So we're actually going to bring John on, ask him a couple of questions. Yeah, nice round of applause. So we'll get a quick interview with you. So you speak to me throughout the whole year. You're talking to me about how great your team is and all that. And then Wentz goes down. You're still a confident guy. You were confident in Nick Foles. What made you so confident in Nick Foles?
Well, you talk about the 2013 season he had, and everyone just written him off like you said, and still have faith in him. I got a Super Bowl prediction of 24-17 Eagles, and we'll shut down Tom Brady in the fourth quarter.
So he's got 24-17 Eagles in the Super Bowl game. I love your spirit. You're all decked out today. How do you think your defense is going to be able to contain Tom Brady and Belichick and the Magic in New England?
Well, with Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox breathing down your neck, I think no quarterback can play good against that defense.
Yeah, you also got some impressive corners out there with Darby and Mills are playing great on the defensive side. So hopefully they could shut down Cooks. And Gronk is ready to go, though. Gronk is ready to go. So how do you think they're going to be able to stop the best tight end in the league?
Well, last year, Malcolm Jenkins, the safety, was on him, and they won. They won that game. I forgot the score, but big upset. I think it was last season, too.
So Malcolm Jenkins, you're predicting will be on Gronk, hopefully shutting him down. So, John, good luck to you, buddy. I'd like to see your face on Monday with a nice smile on it.
Fly, Eagles,
I don't
fly.
know.
Yeah, definitely. And for sure, one thing I want to say is that if the Eagles win or they lose, you won't know. That city is going to burn down to the ground. I guarantee
That's
it.
so true.
And the one little quick tidbit about that 2013 Pro Bowl season from Nick Foles, I was watching SportsCenter last night. The two best seasons in NFL history in terms of touchdown to interception ratio, Tom Brady and Nick Foles in 2013.
Wow. It's going to be tough, and I'd love to see it. The brotherly love, maybe City of Brotherly Love maybe gets a win. First one in their franchise history, correct, if they get it?
Correct.
On Sunday, so you'd love to see that. So I'm just going to, Russell Coffey, I'd love to have you up here. Just talk a little bit about Hills West Hockey, who doesn't get a lot of publicity. The goalie, you got a bunch of players here. Someone come on up. I'd love to talk about your outstanding season. You guys are undefeated. I'd love to have one of you guys up here, answer a few questions. So, yeah, we're going to get Russell Coffey, the goalie, up here. Starting goalie of the Hills West hockey team. And you guys are undefeated, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
What's your record and your goal differential? Because John talks about it every day.
We're about 11-0. Goal differential is probably about 80-something.
112-6, he's claiming. All right, so he's got 112-6 goal differential in the JV division. So there's a big matchup coming up, correct, Friday. So what's that about?
Two undefeated teams, Smithtown and us.
Really? Smithtown against Hills West, hockey Friday night. You guys think you're going to have any trouble against them?
Nah.
Oh, we got a confident man over here. All right, so the goalie is confident for Hills West. Friday they got Smithtown at the rinks, correct?
That's correct.
So maybe we'll make it a small appearance there. But thank you very much. Just a quick little insight on Hills West hockey, trying to cover everything up. So
let me just say with that goal differential, it's like Halak against the Rangers.
It's you had to go there.
You guys don't beat them anymore.
Alrighty.
So I guess that'll do it for us today. As always, we would like to thank the following people: Mr. Doxey, Mr. Asciuti, Dr. Catapano, and the administration, the Board of Education, our audience who listens every Thursday, and today's producers, Poosh and Garafa, also coming on, Maddie Gold.
Johnny as well. Thank you
Johnny
very much.
Thank you, Johnny. And a very special thanks to the class of 2016 for providing us with the funding for this equipment. Huge thank you to them. And
And a
Of
special
course,
thanks to the big
all
crowd.
these people here are a huge
Everyone here.
audience. We love you all, and we will be. We got a live broadcast. Girls basketball February 6th. Boys basketball February 8th. Other way around.
Yeah, that might be switched up. I think the girls is February 6th and the boys February. No, boys is February 6th, girls is February
Boys
8th.
February 6th. Girls February 8th. We'll be doing 2 live broadcasts.
You could
and
just
Friday
tune-
night,
tune into
don't
both of
forget
those.
for my boy Russell Coffey at the Rinks, Smithtown, Hills West. We love you all and thank you very much. We'll see you next time.